Hello everyone, Matthias Key here, coming to you from the year 2024, reading Ancient Prophecies of the Mahdi, the Book of Revelation as prototype for the Islamic end-time Hadiths. We've reached the sections titled K39, the Seventh Plague, the Physical Destruction of Babylon, and H39, Allah causes the earth to swallow up the fornicators. Revelation. We've reached the last bowl. The seventh angel pours it into the air. Prior to it, the sixth bowl brought doom, but only to the armies of the beast. This seventh one affects everyone, across the world, with the greatest earthquake ever known. Not just one, but all the fault lines of the world shift simultaneously. The only time this previously occurred was possibly at the inception of Noah's flood, described in detail in the first book of the Bible, in Genesis chapters 7 and 8. In my day, there are creation scientists who believe that God used coordinated earthquakes to unloose reservoirs of water from deep underground, which combined with atmospheric changes that released rain from a watery canopy that enveloped the earth in the antediluvian age. The result was 40 days of non-stop rain everywhere, and water covering every square kilometer of land. The climate and continents that are familiar to everyone today are the products of this event, lost to the mists of time, but known to us from the Bible. The post-Armageddon earthquakes are equally devastating. Islands and mountain ranges disappear completely. Monstrous hail formed of congealed ice bits falls from the sky. John is told that each hailstone is 1 talent in weight, which is nearly 50 kilograms. That would make them half a meter in diameter. These earthquakes destroy all the major cities of the world, but most who survive are not chastened. Instead, they utter curses and blaspheme God. With these quakes, the city of Babylon comes back into the vision. It was the capital city of the woman of Babylon's world order during the first half of the 7-year tribulation, before her ally the beast treacherously overthrew her and shifted the focus to Jerusalem. In K17 we saw that the Babylon of John's vision was likely the capital of Europe at the beginning of the tribulation. Candidates for this city would therefore be Rome, Istanbul or Constantinople, Brussels, or some other European city. 3.5 years ago, the beast and the 10 kings allied with him overthrew the government in Babylon and set fire to the city. It became the habitation of devils. Though these were actions by Satan that increased the power of the beast, they were also permitted by God in punishment for the sins that the woman of Babylon promoted across the world: promiscuity, fornication, and adultery. Now, at the close of the tribulation, God gives Babylon the final cup of the wine of his fierce wrath. The earthquakes split what remains of the city into 3 disconnected parts. The once glorious capital of all the earth is physically destroyed. Those who did not flee earlier meet a terrifying end. Why does the physical destruction of Babylon occur 3.5 years after it was set on fire back at the time of the second seal? The event is placed here in the timeline because the chronology of Revelation is best explained by the 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 bowls being in consecutive order. The other events of the vision wrap around the seals, trumpets, and bowls. Since the 7th bowl signals the end of the beast's rule and the end of the tribulation, the earthquakes that dismember Babylon are delayed until this time. Whereas the overthrow and burning of the city were done by the beast under the instigation of Satan, its total destruction is the direct action of God. The Hadiths. In section H20, before the Mahdi defeated the Romans to achieve world domination for Islam, we saw hadiths that described the decadence of the Roman society. Seductive women had power over the male sex, and easy wealth lured humanity into spiritual deadness. In our present section, we have two hadiths that prophesy Allah Himself taking direct action against these gross idolaters. He will command the ground to tremble and crash down against women who are no better than prostitutes, and against men who share in their wine and music. The earth will swallow them up because of their persistent subhuman ways. They will be monkeys and pigs in Allah's sight, no better than Jews and Christians. Besides Allah, the other new actor in these hadiths compared with H20 is the earth itself. Allah will say to the earth, "Make them tremble." He will cause the earth to swallow them up. Let us recall that among Islam's major signs of the end time are the three landslides, in the east, the west, and in Arabia, as given in the hadith of section H00. The 15th century Egyptian hadith scholar Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani commented that landslides are not rare, and for them to be cited as a major sign, their occurrence in the end time would have to be of much greater severity. They would affect far greater numbers of people than usual landslides do. But Muslim scholars have noted that there are no other hadiths that clearly provide additional detail. The hadiths in this section may indirectly be speaking of the major sign, landslides worldwide. If so, Allah uses them to bring sudden death to the fornicators. Comparison. After the beast overthrew Babylon and burned it with fire, God brings an absolute end to the city with a great earthquake. After the Mahdi defeated the Romans, whose loose morals repulsed him, Allah brings judgment on fornicators and revelers by landslides and the earth swallowing them up. In this way, Revelation lines up with the Hadiths. In the Hadiths, Allah is totally pleased with the Mahdi. In the next section, we shall see in Revelation that the opposite is true. God reserves even greater punishment for the beast compared with what he metes out to Babylon. Though the city was a breeding ground for sin and rebellion against God, the beast is worse. He is the pretender who seeks to take the place of the Son of God. His goal is to sideline God the Father to irrelevance. He is the tool of Satan. He is the Antichrist. If you have found this video helpful, then please click the like button. I also invite you to subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching.